The stalwart patrons say their names with reverent pride. Hrothgar here.
Your sister can help us.
With more Game of Thrones.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay.
Ah, yes.
If it's presented to her as it should be.
Wigan versus Bolton, I remember where we're at. Uh-oh, playing with a woman now. What is this game? Too many different characters. Just stick with one.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him.
Excellent.
What a strange place, Essos.
So it's like that Minger, Kate Winslet.
Ethan made this for me.
You're very spoiled, aren't you? The Sacred Letter of Power. Read it, woman.
Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Oh. Can what?
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to
You
me.
get given a lot, don't you?
It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Why are you talking to yourself, woman? The Tome.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstride.
What a ridiculous name.
A gift from Roderick.
More gifts for this spoiled bitch.
I hope to see them all someday.
But she's locked in the tower.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Let's get to the point, game. This is boring. Same with Rapunzel. She's got to grow her hair to get out of here.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to
The
disturb you.
dweeb.
I can come back later if you'd like.
Later would be best.
Fuck off.
Of course, milady.
We don't need another dweeb in this game. We've got plenty of them. Where's the man? Man of power.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark,
Blasphemous.
it raises questions at a time I can least afford.
Questions that demand answers.
CERSEI herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Behead her. Do it now.
She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
Myrrh.
I'm not a traitor.
Frankincense.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with CERSEI with the wedding so near.
I cannot apologize, my lady. I'm not a traitor.
I know you're not.
I'm a snob.
But you must find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Oh, well, I don't want to do that, do I?
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
What are you looking at, you elven armor-looking idiot?
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
What's your soppy look on your face?
Good luck.
Go in there, woman, and be brave. The elven warriors guide us in.
You can do this.
It's real difficult, but okay. There's mutterings from the congregation. Can't we move a bit faster?
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Powerful fucking dwarf. And that chick from 300.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Can I throw a sword at
I
them?
will speak truly, Your Grace.
I should hope so. Speak falsely, and it'll be worse for you.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
With great power.
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
I want to speak for a castle, not a house.
She's loyal
I wanted to hear from the girl, not you. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
If you would give her
We're
the
better than
chance
the
to
South.
explain.
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
They're good stalwart warriors.
They are noble, not traitors, Your Grace.
Spit on you, woman.
Oh, you Northern girls tire me. Always quick to make your opinion known, with no thought or consideration for your proper
Who
place.
gives a
Lady
fuck
Mira
if it's
is
satisfied her?
northern, Your Grace, and new to King's Landing and its politics. She speaks her mind, but means no offense, Your Grace.
Excellent.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
No, Frank Wiggin. Death to Bolton. Long live Wiggin. And throw a sword. That's what I want to do.
No doubt she's speechless in your presence, Your Grace.
Can you believe it?
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Huh?
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told, and exceeded only by your lack of humility.
Death to Bolton. Long live
It would
Wiggin.
be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you?
We wanted to build a
Ask any
castle.
Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
There are limits, Your Grace.
Why can't you
Perhaps,
say fuck all?
but not if your house faces potential ruin.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
She couldn't do that. She's a woman, it's not
It
possible.
raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
I told you, death to
If
Bolton.
there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve...
So you ramble on, woman.
What would you do then?
You rambling.
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question.
Stab her now, death to Bolton.
Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games.
Well, we're all northerners if you're
Who
from
do you
Bolton.
choose?
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace.
So fuck off.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
What are you gonna do about it?
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
This dwarf
She's
speaks
headstrong,
true.
isn't she? Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Rambling on. What's the point of all this? What say you, dwarf? What say you?
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
He was right not to.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
We're all honorable men, aren't we?
You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even
Spit
under the
on the
best of
Boltons.
circumstances.
Forgive me for saying it, but the Boltons have no honor.
Roose Bolton has many unique qualities. Honor is not one of them.
Podium then.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but CERSEI, she will not soon forget what you said.
What's she gonna do about it?
It was quite the first impression.
Spit on her.
I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what CERSEI was expecting.
I don't particularly like her.
That was fairly apparent to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting.
Shank her in the night then, dwarf.
We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such
What does
matters.
that mean?
The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
You can help my family.
Do it then, dwarf.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate CERSEI. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house.
Oh,
Are you willing to risk that?
she's a handmaiden. She can't make decisions.
It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
Excellent, dwarf.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
You're an alcoholic dwarf.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
If it's Bolton, then it is the north. Spit on it. Marvin Dwarfla spoke true.
Mira, I was worried. How was it?
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
She's nothing.
It's more than a little intimidating. It went well. Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Huh?
What? It's true.
You harlot.
And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Huh?
I'm told he has a paramour.
Does that mean a giant
Which
cock
I
in
doubt is
medieval
your
time?
wife. We're just having some fun.
Who the hell is the hero of this game?
Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Boring, the nerds.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie
Who's
well,
Joffrey?
which is more than you can say for his mother. I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Wow. What an honor.
Let's see, who else should we marry off?
What is
Brienne of
this?
Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Discussing great power.
Well,
Gossiping, isn't it exciting?
Sarah?
It wasn't me, my lady.
She was rambling on.
This is not a game. It's a battle
But it
plan.
was a game.
Allies and enemies
Game
can
of
be
Thrones.
made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display,
Now,
Mira.
who cares?
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Spoke.
Do you agree?
Huh? Who cares?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly.
Marjorie's name spelled wrong.
I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
If Lord Throthgar had a king in this universe, I'd pose them all in a giant battle and I'd win.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
What about those bastards?
I trust her.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
I don't trust her. Fuck off. Shoe woman. Who cares if she remembers that?
Go on. Ask.
I received a letter from my family.
Declaring war on Bolton.
I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the
Well,
Crown...
they realise ravens are inept, they can't do that.
Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Is this what the show is like? But it's just a lot of people rambling on.
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother.
Fucker.
Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Hurry up, woman.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
It'll end up in a nest. Or just dropped in the sea. One or the other. Partners. What is this, some shit buddy movie now? He was a fat slob. She was a hideous minger. It made sense. Minger and slob, double team. Double impact. Coming soon to the worst theater you ever saw.
Put your fucking hands up or I'll shoot!
How do I do that?
Are you deaf?
I can't seem
said
to
put your
move them. I'm
hands up.
frozen. Fear!
I'm warning you.
I'm frozen.
I'll shoot.
Fear! Lift. Oh.
If you don't raise your fucking hands right now, you're dead.